man, when I was blue belt, me and Fabio, we competing together, always and dreaming. He sleep in my home, I sleep in his home. I always pass before the competition, sleep together, and we dream together. Man, maybe one day with a black belt, I open my gym, and he open his gym. He's gonna work in jiu-jitsu, my life. And our goals this time was just follow the idea for Jacaré.
Gigi, thank you for coming.
Welcome, man.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I heard about you when my friend Mike moved up to Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike and I had been training in Danville Jiu Jitsu. We've been training partners for forever. And he moved up here, you know, for his family and for his kids, and instantly said, hey, there's a really cool jiu-jitsu gym. And I said, oh, that's awesome. Because, you know, in the Bay Area in California, there are a lot of jiu-jitsu gyms.
Yeah.
You know, like you have Caesar's Place, but
Yeah.
you also have a lot of smaller places. So the fact that he found one with you in it right away, like, wow, that's kind of interesting, because I mean, you've been training, you're an iconic figure in jiu-jitsu. What brought you to Idaho though? Because like once I started looking into it, I thought, this is impossible. Like, how is he in Idaho?
Everyone make this question for me.
Yeah, right.
Everyone incredible. But what's happened? Since 2002, I have been here in Boise the first time. I know Boise and like Boise. Man, I think about maybe the place that maybe I'm gonna stay here for rest, or have my family. And also, man, I live in like a big city, like a Rio de Janeiro, and metropolitan city. It's hard to have a kids, have a family, create a families. I always worry about my kids, and also worry my youngest son. Why? Because, man, I passed before about that when my oldest was teenager, and the adults try to go outside to night to look for girls, look for boyfriend, you know. And here, have more better life for try to have, not be worried about that, and not worry about your son stay outside too much. And man, and also here's the people very friendly, and very nice place, very beautiful place. Yeah. And it can travel for everywhere. It can see nature so beautiful, amazing here. And also, man, open the window one day for like 5 years ago for try to open school here. And I think about maybe I try to come here for try to open the some kind of new vision for especially my young son. Different opportunity, different culture for him, special for him. And I think it was important. And people think, oh, why Boise? Man, but I don't care about big cities like LA. Like even there is a much more the competition there. Listen, here not too much. And also, man, I prefer stay a little bit outside for the big cities, stay like that, have a better quality of life. I think I look for better quality of the life. These are my goals.
Right, but there's no beach. You're from Rio, like there's no beach here. Yeah. We got rivers.
Yeah, but I live in Rio de Janeiro all my life. And I live like 4 blocks for the beach. I can't go, just walk there, okay? But, and even there, man, I work a lot there. I not go every day in the beach. Even sometimes, I even go like one a month, maybe less, okay? And if I try to go to the beach, I travel. I stay in LA sometimes, I go to Florida, go on the beach there, stay there, okay? And back here, I prefer have my home in some place I feel comfortable. And when I need to go to the beach, stay there in the sun, like that, I travel, stay there for 1 week or 2 weeks, is enough, and back home again.
MTU Studios is the proud producer for the Ada County Sheriff Podcast, the Idaho Wildlife Federation Podcast, the State Representative Ted Hill Podcast, the Idaho State PTA Podcast, and many more. If you or your organization is thinking about starting a podcast, MTU Studios would love to help. Just check out mtustudios.com. Man, it's funny you say that. I had a friend in California who, when we told everybody we were moving up here, a lot of people talked to us about it, and they're like, okay, why are you moving? What's going on? And it's like, look around. Like, California is not going well. And they all agreed. Nobody disagreed, but they would say things like, but I really like having, the mountains, or I really like having the beach. And I would always ask them, how frequently do you go skiing? Right? Like, how frequently do you go to the beach? How many times a year do you go to Napa to go get, to the vineyard? It was like once. It's like almost never. The living right next to something, people always use that as an excuse to not leave. But in reality, I agree with what you're saying, which is, look, I want to have a better quality of life on a regular basis. And if I'm not going to stay somewhere for the ability to do something, once a year or once every 6 months. It's just because then you have to give up all the other good things in your life just to be around that thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. The quality of the life, man, something that cannot have another way for to live,
Right?
Especially now, because especially the big cities, man, they turn for the bad way, almost all in the world. Not only California for sure, but the worst now, and but all the big cities in the United States in the coast, and the turn for the really bad turn. And in Brazil, not different. Rio de Janeiro now, man, every single day is be worse. And when you stay there, you cannot see too much the problems. But when you travel there, man, oh my God, how is incredible! How is there? People not feeling that not good. Understand? And for sure, people that still live in the California, he can see the problems, but not too much strong for them. Because it's something he can look every day.
Right.
Understand? When you're outside, when you look again, you have a big impact of that.
Right.
Understand?
Yeah, I went to back to Northern California for Easter.
For sure.
Right.
My God.
Fly into Oakland. Right. Literally driving on the freeway. I was going to get my camera out, but I couldn't.
He was worried about that.
So
he was worried about that.
Yeah, right. It's like you get in the car. First off, the people at the rental car place, I'm 99% sure were totally high. Like they were stoned out of their minds. Just very awkward, right? We get on the freeway and I'm looking around in Oakland. Like this is the end of society. Like there are tent cities. There's graffiti everywhere. There's like smoke and a fire burning somewhere, and just. It was really bad. But again, it was something that I saw every single day when I lived there. And now when I go back there, because I live here and it's normal here, I go back there, man, what a weird place. And people, they just go along with it. Like it's no problem.
Yeah. And it's strange, man. But, like every time that I travel back to Brazil to stay short time there, I feel that my decision was good.
Yeah, right.
And was funny because every time that I travel here, before I start to make plan here, I move here, I travel here like maybe in 1 year, 10 times I fly here for boys, for try to make my plan here, to look for a place, look for a house, open the business here. And every time I travel here in the airport, when people check my ticket there, you travel to Boise? Where is Boise? Man, you have been there before? Man, every single time I went there, the people talk about that. Man, I fly all my way for here, and man, maybe I make bad decision. Maybe, man, I'm wrong. But when I arrive here, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling well here. I'm feeling comfortable here.
Yeah.
And I think so. This is more important, that you feel well and feel confident somewhere, that some place you stay.
Right. Yeah. Whenever I go back to California, I get anxiety. I just instantly, I'm like, people are driving crazy and just.
Man, driving crazy.
Yeah.
Like special drive, like in Brazil. And I drive crazy in Brazil too.
Yeah,
for sure.
okay.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
And I always say, in Brazil, you must drive fast and put the problems behind you.
Right.
Okay, because all the problems was behind you. You pass for the problems that thing behind you. Here, you drive like a man. Nice to see the things here. No problem, son. Yeah. And it's a completely different kind of life.
Different.
Yeah.
The way you started the gym here is unique in my mind, in that you came here after being world-renowned and really understanding, again, that most jiu-jitsu academies, at some point, the person who's the owner of the jiu-jitsu academy, they stop teaching. They get people to come and do it, and they show up and good, and then they leave. I trained with Caesar at Caesar Gracie's gym for several years. I think I only had one class with him, maybe two. in like 4 years. And, no, I would have liked to learn from Caesar, 100%, no disrespect. He no longer taught classes. Why did you do that? Because I have to assume that you could have moved here and hired instructors or brought people that were very skilled from other areas, either other areas of the United States or other areas in Brazil. And you could have just been the guy. They're like, hey, it's my gym and, this is my instructor and thank you for coming. You didn't do that though. Why not?
And first, and many reasons. One, I start to build my building here, my business here. Mm-hmm. And it's important still my face there in front of that. Not only to hire someone that teach for me, okay? It's important because it make a big difference. And also I like that. I enjoy to help people. I like to help people improve the jiu-jitsu.
Right.
And also not only about the jiu-jitsu. And like it's much more than jiu-jitsu. Always people talk about the BJJ style, okay? But it's true. I learn and I born with this kind of the idea and inside of this idea. And I have a luck that have my Jacaré, my coach, that was inside of the Grace family, that we trained together for Rickson, Hoyle, Hoxing, Royce, all the Helium, all the family. And man, we learn a lot and the inside of the family. And we create in our mind, our body, this kind of idea, the BJJ style. Always try to pass for everybody the same idea to make to use the jiu-jitsu like a tools for help for improve your life. Understand? It's not only to show jiu-jitsu. It's different. The different mentality of the idea for the sport, the jiu-jitsu. When we born, and specifically in this time in Brazil in the 80s, 90s, people have jiu-jitsu like the life, the style of the life, not only the sport. Understand? And it's not everybody know about that. It's few people haven't seen it before and have know about that. Some people talk about it, but don't know what is it. But this that I learned from Jacaré, and me and Fabio especially, and always try to do the same we did before. We learned before. Try to pass for everybody here that pass like some kind of idea about the life. With the jiu-jitsu help for that to improve your life. Understand? It's completely different.
Yeah, you hear people talk about the jiu-jitsu lifestyle. Most people are like, hey, the jiu-jitsu lifestyle. Yeah. And that always bothered me. I didn't, because I love jiu-jitsu. It's part of my life. But for instance, jiu-jitsu is one of the places in my adult life where I learned real honesty. Because there's no way you can lie. It's impossible to lie. If somebody's better than you, or if you're out of shape, or if, whatever it is. But it's a place where you have a degree of reality that comes out. You can't fight it. And the rest of my adult life was not really like that. Not that I was living in a bad situation or anything, but professionally, I was very good at what I did with teaching students to help them get into college and things like that. But it still wasn't that. There were too many moving pieces, right? But it was too confusing. But in jiu-jitsu, it's so clear that if you want to do well at, if you want to live this life and you want to progress and you want to get better, you have to embrace honesty, self-reflection, looking at yourself. You have to try to make yourself a better person. And when I was a blue belt, man, I was rough. Oh my gosh, like 183 pounds. I was 27, 28, very, very rough. And I was trying to get better, right? And I think anybody who's trained for any amount of time remembers people they had to train with that were really, really rough. But because I was an honest person, I would apologize to people and I treated people with respect. the belts that were better than me, they didn't hurt me because they could have hurt me and then just, got me injured and I could never train again. But again, it was embracing an honest and honest lifestyle that had integrity and honored people around me. Even though I was rough, I was welcome onto the mats, which really was important to me, and looking back on it now, it's like, gosh, man, they could have really hurt me. Like all of them could have just, black belts and brown belts, they could have taken me out, but they didn't. And why? It's because, you're an honest person. You're a valuable person if you're living the life correctly.
Yeah, I think so, man. the idea for the BJ style, the people talk, but it's hard to talk something that is important. You feeling it.
Right.
It's different talk something they don't know and don't feel it. And we start to learn jiu-jitsu inside of that. And even at this time, we don't know about that. Like, for you see, and we started to make a grace diet when it was like a blue belt, white belt. And man, every Wednesday, have some big mart in the a little bit farther Rio de Janeiro. Like you drive car. And use me and Fabio drive the car and buy the fruits for me, for Rickson, for Royler, for Jacaré, for Malibu on the guy too. And use the me and Fabio at the low level belts to drive the car and go there. Right. Okay. And I start to create some habits that I never think about that in my life. Right. Understand? And they changed my life because when I was young, my parents divorced. My mother and my father divorced, and was not good divorce. And after that, I never more beside close my father more. They went out and stay with the other women, okay, and live their life. And I have the father for try to help for my life. Mm-hmm. And after that, I found the jiu-jitsu. And anyone to put me in jiu-jitsu. I found my friend who asked me, let's train. Let's see what's going on there. I went there, I love, and then was stop. And it was my luck that changed complete my life after that. And also I find some place that help for try to almost to fix find of my character and find of my life, understand? Find my way of my life. And there in jiu-jitsu, I meet my wife, I create all my family, and I create my kids inside of the match too, and all my life is inside of the jiu-jitsu. All my history come inside of the jiu-jitsu.
So when you move here, you decide you're going to move here,
Mm-hmm.
you decide you're going to open an academy, and you decide that you're going to be an instructor, the primary instructor. How did you go about expressing all of this to your initial students? Because you have a lifetime of knowledge and experience, and coming into the area, bringing a level of jiu-jitsu that, probably hadn't had before. Mm-hmm. How did you start expressing this? Because, there are MMA gyms or like a UFC gym, and people don't know the difference. That's a funny thing. So how did you go about trying to help people understand what you were offering was different?
Man, I don't need to, sometimes some things I don't need to explain. The people should be understand. And the same explain that you're going to show some position for someone, they try to repeat, understand that. It's big difference. When you understand, it's good. When he just repeat, he never understand it. And I don't like to, I don't need to explain myself. If the guy can see, can understand. When I come here first time, people know me before. I went here many times to make seminars, know me, but don't know too much. After I open the gym, people step by step coming to know me more, understand more. And but it's usually here the American culture, they don't care about too much, don't have too much loyalty, they don't care too much about you, just what you offer for him. They just look for himself. It's normal. It's a culture. And I think so. The culture, American culture, in the big view, and but I think that the best way just show the example, not explain. Just show. how much people is close to me can understand more the things. Understand? And I don't care about need to explain. No, man. If the people don't understand, not make sense. They just spend time for nothing. Understand?
Yes.
And in 27th April now, I go make a speech in the gym about my history and about Alliance history, for try to know more, to people know more. How is the academy? How is the brand they represent? Because man, you have a big history, not small. It's in the jiu-jitsu, man, big history. Like Alliance have man, and you can see that the titles they have in the world in the history, and the Alliance have a 13, but Braz have a 2, and Checkmate have a 3 maybe, and all the academies come from Alliance too. Understand? And man, the jiu-jitsu have a history. The Alliance is so big in the all history jiu-jitsu. Understand? And but only not work only for the competitions. You work for a different side, for the business, for try to make the best as possible the academy like a business. Because when you have like my academy in Brazil, the first academy I have a big that create the Alliance was Strike there, and I have incredible. I have the gym small but in a really nice place, and I have sometimes the class that's really big, like 70 students, but I have a 70 square meters. Little bit small for the public.
Yeah, right.
And man, and I have a circle train there, a line there in the wall, like a big wall here, and stay a line here in the wall, and make the fights here, the group of fights here, and the circle that, man, they fight for the life there, because you know if you lose, you go to the line, stay forever there. Man, it's the life.
You stop sweating. You have to warm up again.
It's a round, like for the final for the world champion. Okay, but what's happened this time? I didn't understand too much about the business, and oh man, and every month 60 people sign. Oh, so nice, but every month 60 people decline, they leave because didn't have space enough for everybody.
Right.
Understand? And I think so. Every year, you try to learn more. How can you work? How run the academy, and understand that to work like a business, not only like for fun, not a sport. Understand? Right. I try to take care about the jiu-jitsu more like my business family. I keep growing here in the Idaho and the United States too. I open more schools, but I pass for the bad moment here. Everybody in the world for the pandemic, and I always worry about the problems that come here that is not your hands, like especially the United States election this year have, and I don't know what's going on. You never know what's happening. Problem,
right?
And but man, and one thing in jiu-jitsu helped me in very different ways to prepare for the bad and good moments. Good moments is nice, is wonderful, but if not be strong in the bad moments, man, it's really hard to survive. And jiu-jitsu like that. Sometimes you train with you, maybe I'm in bad situation. Sometimes I train with you in good situation. Okay, but it's a way. The life is the same. The life go up, go down, go up, go down. Never you have the life like here. Impossible. If you have like that, man, who has the life like that have a big problem in the mind, because man, because once some problem happen, if it's small one, they kill yourself, they make big problem there. Okay, create big problem because you don't prepare for the problems.
Right. That one of the things that was important for me, especially as I started going through jiu-jitsu and really living it every day, was recognizing that this was the thing I had to do to make my life harder. And, you know, growing up as a kid, it's like, oh, I want an easy life. And I always did sports and I loved them and everything. But it was a conscious thing as an adult that I came to, and I realized, okay, you need something that is way harder than something you can handle. You need something that's so difficult, you walk away wondering if you can keep doing it. Because for a number of reasons, but one, it's going to prepare me. So I have that sensation of, oh my gosh, this is too hard. It's like, okay, but you felt that 100 times. You're going to be okay. Very much like what you were saying. And because I got very worried that if things did get too easy in my life, then what was I really doing? You know, like if everything's easy, what are you really doing with your every day? Like you're not. If I was a rower in college, on the rowing team. It was very hard. It's very brutal, and it was very clear that it was the nature of the difficulty. The only way you could ever get better is if you rowed so hard you totally fell apart. That was the whole point. They said, look, you row so hard that you have no more technique. You can't keep going. It's like, and then the coach comes in and fixes things when you're absolutely at the end. And it's like, then you row that hard a little bit longer, then you fall apart. Coach comes in and fixes it until you get to the end of the season when you're racing and you can row so hard for so long that nobody can keep up with you. And that was the nature of the rowing training. It's just very, very brutal. But I got very worried when I became an adult because I stopped doing all of that. You know, I didn't row anymore and, you know, I didn't have jiu-jitsu yet. And when I finally did find jiu-jitsu, it was, oh, this is it. Like I have to get back into something that's so hard, I'm going to fall apart. And now I know how to pick myself back up again.
Yeah, this is good, man. I think so. Don't have another way for try to develop your life. If you don't have a goals and you wish to do something big. And man, you can see that many people that have success in their life, that have a bad life before, because he must have he wish more than the guys have a good life, much more. Why do the almost all the Brazilians that are champions now in the world champion, almost all they're from Manaus? Why? Because first there people is different, that the people a little bit more strong, like native people, understand?
Yeah,
and also they have a bad life there. Really bad life there. Man, they dream for something big, but never have a chance to be there. And man, it's the same like you have only one thing in your hand, your mind, one thing in your life is that, man, he hold there for forever, man, never take off more. Right. It's different. When you have a good life, okay, oh, you don't care about that. Oh, like especially the generation that my oldest son, oh, if you do some problem, okay, I take off your car, okay, no problem. Okay, I take off television, okay, no problem. Okay, I take your money, no problem. Okay, they don't care about nothing. Why? Because everything for him was easy. And when we take the things easy, you don't care about too much the things. When you hard work to take the things, to get the things, you take care a lot for that.
Right.
A lot.
Right. You have a lot more pride in the things
you have. A
lot
lot more pride for that. This is a real life.
Yeah, right.
This is a problem that people today, the big problem for the society, not only the kids, because every answer is in your hand now, in the Google. Just press the button. Everybody ask for something, okay, check the Google.
Check the Google.
Sometimes you don't trust me. Oh, and she lose the champion, world champion sometime. Oh, sure, Google. And they Google know you.
Yeah, the Google knows.
Yes. And what's happened? People know that think that know everything, but don't know nothing because the experience talk.
Yeah,
the experience make you strong. And you already passed for that. I know very well about that many times I have a bad experience in my life, bad time in my life, help for build my body, build my mind for being more strong.
Yeah. You taught right before we went on air, you were saying that there's a difference between a dream and a goal. You have created the largest with a couple other people, you guys have created the largest jiu-jitsu affiliation in the world. What was that like for you? Why were you making a distinction between a dream and a goal? Was Alliance a dream or was Alliance a goal?
Man, when I was blue belt, me and Fabio, we competing together, always and dreaming. He sleep in my home, I sleep in his home. always pass before the competition, sleep together, and we dream together. Man, maybe one day with a black belt, I open my gym, and he opened his gym. He's gonna work in jiu-jitsu, my life. And our goals this time was just follow the idea for Jacaré. Jacaré have his own life. He live together. He live alone, and have his home, his car. Okay, but because when you was young, and you don't have a car, have your parents' car.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have money for travel. You ask for the parents for money.
Yeah, right.
And I like to dinner. Okay, man, money for dinner.
Right.
Okay, and you have your own life. And our goals have just own life. Okay. One day I have my life, can travel weekend with my girlfriend, with my wife. Okay, but and it's try to even this time here, it's try to follow the step of Jacaré, and to create the same environment with the academies. Why? Because like always when the guy comes inside of my home or inside of my academy, that he feel like really nice there, really comfortable there, almost in the home. Talk to people, oh, how are you? How are you? They feel well there. This atmosphere that create in academies make the academy growing and make the academy much better, much happy. Understand? That it's not only the jiu-jitsu, the martial arts, the jiu-jitsu only technique. No, it's much thing around there. This BJ style. Understand? And but when you start to grow in the academy, the alliance, and we growing in different ways. I growing my way, and Fabio growing too, and Jacaré growing too. And I have my affiliation in the world, in Finland, Sweden, the United States, and Japan, Australia. Fabio have a German, like that, in Finland too. And after many years, and man, when I try to create a group for try to fight, just one group fight, an alliance, and not because, and especially when we start the big events, the alliance, my students fight against Fabio's students, fight against Jacaré students, and use it before the fight for all the other teams. Man, we train together. Why you try to fight each others and try to create the group, make some kind of qualifying, and make a good team, big team for try to work together, for try to make our team work together, understand? And after that, we try to grow in like a team, for competing team, and after that, you start to grow like a business, okay, in a different way, completely different. I always was worried about to put the money and some thing that in sport. I was worried about that before. Man, how can I do that? Not create problems, because always the money talk, the money create problems too.
Right.
Understand? And but man, never have a problem between two others with money. They're growing, and Alliance now work really well in the world, not only in the the team for competition, in the like a business too.
Gotcha. So, and again, I don't know why, but it's important to me. Did you feel like you were pursuing a goal, or did you feel like you were pursuing a dream when you?
No, I started a dream.
You started a dream.
I started like a dream, and one day I was clear in my mind the idea. I was to think about something like the same that some parade that you watch in the window to see the parade pass around you, and you look there. Oh, nice, the parade. But I don't like to be in the window. I like to be in the parade. Understand? It is completely different. Oh, I like to see that. No, I like to be inside of the parade. I don't like to be there in the window to look the parade. Okay? And after this time I think about that, I start to think to see the difference between the dream and the goals. When you have a dreams, you sit there and think about something that you like to do or like to be. Okay? When you have a goals, you project your goals and make your objective for your life. It's different. And walk for that and work for that. Understand? It's completely different.
So you start with a dream.
Yes.
And then once you're done dreaming, you start making goals.
Yes.
Goal, achieve,
Yes.
bigger.
Is a different the dream and the goal like that. Goals something that you're looking for to do. Dreams just you sit and dream. You never do.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, Gigi, look, I know you have a busy day. I really appreciate you coming in. Is there anything you'd like to say kind of in closing? Again, you're such an iconic figure and a community leader in this space. It's wonderful to get to train with you. But again, is there anything you'd like to say in passing?
Nothing special. That's I'm happy here too. Always is good for me, and sorry for that. My English not very good yet. Okay? I try to.
You're fine.
To improve my English more as possible, day by day. Okay, and but anyway, and many things I try to explain, and my English not help me to do it well. Understand? And but anyway, I think so that my goals now in my life try to help people try to use the jiu-jitsu like improve their life. Understand? And I make many world champions, many champions in jiu-jitsu. But I know that I change the life thousand people around me.
Right.
Understand? Even some people I don't know. Many people are, call me or send a message. Gigi, you don't remember me, okay? But you changed my life. And sometimes just one speech. Sometimes when we talk something, just show something, or just and make example for them. Understand? I think so. This is really important for our community, and special now because after the people use more the social media, right. They think that this and can show many things in social media that it's not true, but sometimes, and I never think about to explain myself. Why? Because you need to. I don't care about that. And I have one friend of mine that good example for me, and he's a guy, a really famous guy in Brazil, in the really rich guy, and he never liked to show for everybody. He has some kind of company that make advertise for him. Why? For take off his name for the things, don't show his face. And why? He always tell me, man, how much you show yourself, more people like you and more people hate you. And okay, it's nice people like you, but not nice people jealous about you and hate you. Right. Listen, and I don't need to show myself for people, and I just try to live my life. But it's important to try just to use myself like example, especially because people use like to like a trash talk.
Yeah, right.
I don't like that. Okay, and why? I don't like to talk bullshit for someone. Sure. Or put my name higher.
Yeah, right.
No, I don't like to talk bad thing about him because I don't like people talk bad thing about me too. Listen, I don't need about that. Right. For to grow my name. Okay, develop my name. No. This I think so is the idea that we have like growing and born with the jiu-jitsu with the idea, and people now change a little bit because and especially in the social media now, who talk more, show more the face in the social media, growing and have a better name. Sometimes the guy don't know enough about the sport, just talk trash talk. Oh, the guy's so famous. The guy have a 1 million followers. Oh, let's go, nice guy. I don't care.
Right.
But anyway, it's a good make examples more important.
Yeah, right. Well, again, I would encourage anybody who's interested in trying Alliance to get down there. I tell people all the time. It's like, so it's something that I really enjoy, and especially moving up here. I've been a black belt for almost 10 years. I was really excited to find it, and my friend Mike, who started training there, he told me about it, and yeah, it's been great. So thank you for coming in, giving a little background. I appreciate you. And,
thank you, man. Thank you for receiving me here.
Yeah, we'll drink more coffee, but I'll see you again tomorrow morning.
Cool.
All right, bye. MTU Studios is the proud producer for the Ada County Sheriff Podcast, the Idaho Wildlife Federation Podcast, the State Representative Ted Hill Podcast, the Idaho State PTA Podcast, and many more. If you or your organization is thinking about starting a podcast, MTU Studios would love to help. Just check out mtustudios.com.